Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
Hello, I'm Lauren.
I have a chair, and Lauren's going to get on the floor as we recharge and restore our bodies with movement for stretch and strength. How is your body doing today? As I said, you'll need a chair and not much else today other than your body weight and perhaps a friend right here with you at home. We'll start today with our breath, and for that I'll sit on the edge of the chair, hand on the belly, and then a hand on the chest. Breathing in and out of the nose, we take 4 seconds into that belly, feel that rise. And a slow, controlled exhale, also through the nose. Repeat one more repetition. Top hand stays calm. Breathe and fill the belly, and exhale. Repeat in the chest. Bottom hand stays calm. 4-second inhale and exhale. And one more time. Top hand moves. Bottom hand stays calm. Exhale. Back to the low hand. A 4-second belly breath in. A 4-second hold full. And empty. To the chest, same thing. 4 seconds in. Hold full for 4 seconds. And exhale. 4 seconds into that belly again. Holding full yet again. And then breathe into that chest. Exhale. Final repetition, a 4-second belly breath in. Hold full for 4. Into the chest next. Hold full for 4 extra there. And then exhale. Last part of our breathing drills, let's take 5 really quick breaths in. Breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. 2 more, and out. 1 more time, out. Now take a big breath in through the belly. And then breathe into that chest. And then like a crocodile, just slowly let that exhale, nice and control. We did a live workshop yesterday with a workplace from town, and a question was, how come 4 seconds? 4 seconds because it's easy, accessible, maybe it's a beginner. Challenge your numbers when you go to bed or at rest. 8-second box breathing styles. Check it out. Start with those basics and grow from there. Stay on the floor or from your seat. Check in with our knees, ankles, and hips. Grabbing behind the hamstring, at the knee, ankle into the dorsiflexed position. Can you wiggle or turn at the knee? Doesn't happen very much, but it's similar to turning your palm over at the elbow, where we can manipulate this knee joint to have a little bit of that rotation. Find center and then gently bend your knee, heel towards buttock. Resist with the hamstring. Provide tension and strength with the front of the quad as you gently extend the leg. Slowly return the leg to flexion, heel towards buttock. Could you then turn out so that ankle, toes turn out from the knee? Cramp the hamstring just a little bit, and same thing. If you're sitting like me, make sure we're sitting nice and tall with that lumbar extended. And then if you're like Lauren, crown of the head flat on the floor as you return the leg back to a bend. Repeat 1 more time of that internal rotation. Gently bend the knee, grab the hamstring for support, power through the movement with the front quadriceps, extend 1/1000, and nice and control. Return home and return to the ground. Same thing, other leg. Support with the hands, wiggle a little bit. This is my ankle doing it. This is my knee. Feel that distinction between the ankle doing the work and a little bit of that tibial rotation here. Finding center, grab tension on the hamstring as you bend the knee, heel towards buttock. Support with the back of the leg, Power through with the front, providing full, safe extension on the knee. Next, flex the knee, returning the heel towards the buttock. Externally rotate, toes point just a little bit away from the body, rebend the knee if allowed, and then with tension on the back, strength on the front, extend. Control to return. One last time, that internal action on the knee, deep knee flexion, provide tension and strength on both sides of that knee joint, quads on the front, hamstrings on the back, and then recruit a pulling or bend. Repeat to the floor. Get a little wiggle in there. Check in on how those hips are feeling. From here, extend both legs if you're like Laura on the floor, and if you're like me seated, sit tall with one foot pressing into the ground. If you're on the floor, bend one knee towards the chest, then do that external rotation where the foot comes in and the knee goes out, and then bring the other leg to match that position. For us seated, we're in the same position here. Now sitting tall, or laying long, bring the bent knee towards the opposite shoulder and breathe. And then press down, sitting tall. Core stability, hip mobility as you bring the knee towards that opposite shoulder, and then down. And last repetition, towards the body, away from the body, and then finish pulling the knee into center, casually unhook that foot, and return to the floor. Alternate on the other side. If you're on the floor, you bend the knee towards chest, and then externally rotate, heel towards that knee. If you need a little bit of help from seated, casually help it there. Next, bring that bent knee towards the opposite shoulder, sitting up nice and tall and laying long, and then press down, creating some wiggle room in those hips. Repeat twice more. Flexion and adduction towards the body here. Extension and abduction away. Those actions in the hips for strength and stability. One last time to shoulder, then away. And then return the foot to the floor by pulling the knee center, unhook, and return. If you're on the floor, you might hold the back of the leg again, extended, as you manipulate our ankle. From seated, we could do that same thing in our figure four, or also out front. We'll be out front, as I think you can see the ankle shapes a little bit better. Sitting tall always, dorsiflex or pull the foot ankle to the shin. Turn the ankle in, that sickled shape in ballet, and then from there, we're drawing a circle to go towards our pointed foot. At our pointed foot, keep reaching out to the sides, bringing things back around full circle to dorsiflex. Repeat one last time, same direction, into center. Finish with your toe point, and then out to the side and around. Repeat twice in the other alternate direction. Dorsiflexion to start, out to the side, towards your toe point, that sickled shape, inversion on the ankle, back towards dorsiflexion. Final repetition, out to the side. Nice and control, your arches cramping, tops of feet having a stretch. Feel the tension for strength to ward off any of that instability stuff there. Wiggle them out for fun, casually bend the knee, and repeat on the other leg. Grabbing behind the knee, extending, sitting tall, laying long. Dorsiflexion in the ankle, pulling the foot to shin, and then turn in first, and from turning in, sickling the ankle towards our beautiful ballet point, and then out to the side and around. Pause for a second, straighten your knee. Ooh. Keep the knee straight, keep the action on the ankle. Same thing one last time in that direction, going in to point, and then out to the side, back and around center. Repeat one last time, other direction, out to the side. Carve out those spaces. Is it a diamond? Is it a circle? Is it a square? But feel that nice rotation in the ankle for one more repetition. We'll go out to the side, around to that ballet foot, into the center, back to dorsiflexion, wiggle toes, bend the knee, and repeat to the ground. How's it feeling? Checking in on that low body. From here, let's gently stand up with no rules. Keep your chair handy or your balance aid as we get into some of our hip bars in just a moment. But first, the lunge series here.
We're going to start in a lunge with our 1 foot in front. So let's just take a foot step forward and ending up in that staggered stance. Our front shin's vertical, our front knee is bent. Our back leg is relatively straight, but we might break that a little bit. First, let's draw our hulas. So put a hula hoop on and slowly start doing some hula circles in one direction. Let's try to do about 3 there. You might notice that back knee has to bend a little bit in order to allow the hip moves. Once you've done 3 that direction, switch and hula circle the other way. As you do that, really try to draw the most perfect circle you can, not skipping out on any corners, taking your time. Now from here, let's pause on our hips and extend our arms and just look at our shoulders right now. Well, maybe not look at them, but move them. With straight elbows and arms extended in front, we're going to protract and retract. All that means is we're going to round our shoulder blades forward. They're going to wrap around, and then we're going to pull them back, pinching them together. Let's repeat that for 4 more. Reach round forward, blades retract and pinch together. As you're doing these, keep your elbows nice and straight. Your head, neck is not moving, and your spine isn't curving with you. It's just your blades sliding and gliding across your rib cage. Last protract, last retract back together, and now push through concrete to bring your hands down by your side. Press off your front foot back, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Point step, toe ball heel land, square up forward, hula hoops on, 3 hulas in one direction, noticing that, this is a little bit different when I stagger my hula stance on this leg. And then throw the hula around the other 3 ways. Throw the other way for 3 times. Yeah, light knee bends there. Staying up tall, trying to keep those shoulders stationary. We're back to center. This time we'll take our arms out. We'll slowly bring them towards your overhead. They don't have to go overhead right away. Your overhead, sorry, my pipes are bursting out here. Your overhead, but straight elbows. From here, we're going to shrug or hide our ears and then pull our shoulders down to show our ears. Repeating that. So elevation of the scapula and depression. Let's go for 3 more. Try to re-straighten your elbows, elevate and depress. 2 more. Elevate. When you depress, think about pulling down, juicing an orange in your armpit. Last one. Elevate, depress, re-straighten your elbows, and then again, through concrete, bring those arms back down to your sides. Press forward to go back. This time we're going to take it a little different. We're going to go up to a lateral lunge from center. I'd like you to peel a foot off the floor, knee faces forward, then knee opens up, point, toe ball heel land not too far away. This knee is soft, this knee is straightish. From here, what kind of hips are
Same thing.
Same hula, sorry, I forgot. Put your hula on, 3 hula circles with this stance. Again, I'm still trying to keep this knee towards over my index toe as I do this, switching directions after your 3. On this sort of stance, I'm finding that my straight leg can remain straight as I do this hula. Last one, and center. We're going to go back to our shoulders, stay in this position. This time, extend your arms up front, and then open them to the side. Now, you're in between 2 panes of glass. I'd like you to think about moving your shoulder blades like they're Ferris wheels. So let's start by elevating them, then reaching them away from our body, then pulling them down, then pinching them together. Up, away, down, together. One more time. Up, away, down, together. Pull those arms back to center. Press off the foot, close. Same thing, second side. First, peel the foot up, knees forward. Then knee opens. points, toe ball heel lands. Hula hoops on, 3 hula circles. As you're doing this, it's that pelvis that's trying to move. Watch that your low back isn't getting super archy out the back. Switch directions for another 3. I'm trying to keep that leg straight this time. And again, trying to keep that toe, that knee towards over the index toe of that bent leg. Back to center. Great. We're going to go on a Ferris wheel again. Arms up, out to the side. This time we're going to switch the direction. That means we're going to go down first, then away, then up, then together. Down, away, up, together one last time. Down, away, up, together, and then just set them down. And now pull those arms back to center. Press to return to tall. Shake it out.
Shaking it out. Even though we said you don't need anything else for today's practice, I would like to share that get up, whether it's with a body weight or a kettlebell. The get up is a nice pattern to get to the floor. Start with a single hand across the chest. The free leg, tap the leg you can, drop back into your lunge, control down. From here, we'll wiggle that leg out towards the side, and then take your hands away and set up a hinge with 2 hands on the floor. Fingertips long and wide, first knuckles pressing down, and elbows screwed into the ground. From here, my left leg is out at the side, so I'll take that same hand and replace it across my chest. At this time, my head is looking at my hands on the floor, and then rotate the upper back to have the sternum point the same way as the leg at the side. Is your head, face, neck, looking at the ground. Pull through the upper back, returning the upper body towards parallel. Repeat one last time. Look at the floor with the head, neck. Rotate through that T-spine or rib cage, sternum facing the same way as the knee to the side. Pull back to center, and then from here, push the floor away, extending the hip. Square up your lunge. Maybe check out what the right version of that hula is to get square and level, and then press away to stand up tall. Let's alternate on the other side. Hand across chest. Leg you can touch drops back in your lunge. Butt cheek squeeze in the back, hip extension through. Wiggle that leg out towards the side. Between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock is great. And then hinge on the hip. Fingertips, first knuckles, and heels. Check in with that wrist extension as we'll try some push-ups and high planks going forward. I have my right leg to the side, so I'll take that right hand across chest. My crown is long, I'm looking at the hand on the floor, and then rotating through the rib cage and T-spine to rotate away from the body. Pull back to center, square, keep the head center. That's a tough one for me. For those golfers in the audience, that might be a nice cue to get that rotation without your head moving. And then pull back, square up, slide the hand up the leg, square up your lunge, check in, core brace, press to tall. Repeat a lunge down, nice and control, and then get to your tall kneel. From here, we'll hinge on those hips, hands on the floor. As an alternate to this position, elbows are okay too as we get into this high plank. With those fingertips open long and wide, set up your nice high planks position, and Lauren's body posture here is a great indication. The hips are high, the hands are pressing on the floor, and now for 10 seconds, pull those hands and knees together. Squeeze your buttocks again, brace those abs, and could you sing happy birthday? We're not gonna hear, so just give it a whirl. And then knees down and rest. Press away the floor, extend those hips through, add a wiggle, and repeat one last time. Elbows again are in great position as an alternate. Challenge yourself in this wrist extension for the high plank. Set up your high plank, narrow feet, hands gripping, straight elbows, and now 10 seconds of butt squeezing and happy birthday, can you breathe over top of this work? And then gently relax.
It's nobody's birthday, don't get
Press
excited.
away and shake it out. From here, single leg in the front, square up those lunge hips, tension to stand up, and shake it out. Back to Lauren now, as we'll go through No, not yet. We'll grab the chair off to the side, that's right, and we're going through our hip bar series here, but we'll still throw it over to Lauren.
Standing tall, you might want a balance aid here so that balance is not your main focus, but your hip mobility is. We'll be referring to our inside leg as the one closest to the bar. Standing tall on that inside leg, nice and stacked, take your outside leg and point it to the front. Now, keeping your hips and shoulders forward, start externally rotating to show me the inseam up. Rotate that leg back through center, and then internally rotate that leg to hide the inseam. Repeat that one more time. Externally rotating, show me the inseam. Keep the inseam up now. Let's take that leg to the side. Right now, your inseam should be forward and your hips are forward but still level. Now, hide your inseam or turn it down. Turn it open again. Stay stacked. Turn it down this time, and we'll take that leg all the way to behind us. Keep your core, brace your hips tucked as best you can. Now untuck your toes, rolling over your foot so the leg can pull under you, keeping that knee nice and straight. Keep brushing through center so you end up front again. Externally rotate, inseam up. Leg draws circle to the side, inseams forward. Internally rotating, hiding the inseam. Leg draws that circle all the way to the back, rolls over foot, pulls underneath. We're going to do one more in the opposite direction. From center, reach to the back, point. Start externally rotating in that socket so the inseam's starting to face forward, but the hips are still square forward. All the way to the front with that inseam up. Close or neutral leg as you pull and return underneath. Nice. Shake that out for a second. We'll do the same thing on the other side. On the other side.
Oh, I was on the other side. This works better though.
Okay, tall on your inside leg again. Point to the front. Internal, external first. External inseam up. Center, kneecap forward. Internal inseam hides. External open up. Take that to the side. From here, repeat. Internal rotation or hiding the inseam but not hiking the hips. External open up, knee stays straight. One more time, internal rotation, and then take that leg all the way to the back. Keep that knee nice and straight, pull up over the toes, over the ball of the feet, and under, all the way through to the front again. This time, external rotate right away. Take it to the side with that rotation. We'll hide the inseam, and then we'll draw that leg circle all the way to the back, pulling underneath with that straight knee. And then we reverse it to the back, straight leg. Start rotating open in that socket, but keeping the hips square forward. All the way to the side again, where that inseam should already be forward. To the front, still up, still up, still up. Close and pull to center. Shake it out. Nice. In between our arm bars, we're going to come down to the floor through a forward fold and do a push-up. To get there, stand tall, gently, tuck your chin slightly, but then look up towards the ceiling. Not cranking on your neck, just a gentle look up. Then pull the chin towards your sternum, make your double chin, keep curling down and flexing the spine, and now your ribs are going to come towards your belly button as you curl forward like a candy cane. Keep rolling forward. You're in a telephone booth, so don't hit your head and don't hit your butt as you roll yourself down. Knees stay straight for as long as they can. When they need to add a soft bend, add a soft bend. Don't rip and tear anything. And then slowly walk yourself out to your push-up position. Nice. From our high push-up position, we'll do one controlled push-up down and up. So a nice control down, trying to break that 90 or parallel, and then up to tall. Push your hips back. Walk your hands towards your feet or your feet to your hands. As you stand up, I want you to unfold yourself. So think you're still in that telephone booth and you're coming up one vertebrae stacks on the other. Use your core. Your head, chin is the last to lift. Nice. From there, we'll return to our bar and our original side, and we'll add some work to this. Stand tall on inside leg. Point leg to the front. Let's do inseam up first and then draw the leg to the side. So right now my inseam's pointing forward. Now I want you to hide that inseam. So internally rotate, hips stay level. Now keep the hips level, keep the internal rotation, lift the foot off the floor and hold. It doesn't have to go far. Your butt cheek is maybe cramping. 3, 2, tap down, pause for a second but stay tall. Let's go 1 external rotation, inseam forward, inseam closes, lift again, hold. 4, 3, I'm also shooting energy out my toe. 2, 1, tap, 1 more time. Externally rotate just to give it a break. Internally rotate, hide inseam. Ready, last lift off, go. Hold, 4, you're still stacked under on the other side. 2, 1, tap. External rotate inseam forward, draw the circle to the front. Finish by closing underneath. Shake it out. Let's go do that same thing to the other side. Tall, tall, hips level. Point front, open, inseam up, side, so inseams forward. Now keep that level hip, hide the inseam or internally rotate. Hold it, then lift it for 4, 3, 2, tap toe down, external rotation, inseam forward, inseam down or hidden, lift, 4, 3, 2, tap, external for a little break, straight knee, internal,
She's eyes in the back of her head.
lift and hold. I felt my knee bend. Hold, pew, 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 stack, stack, stack. 3, 2, tap, external rotation to center, and then to neutral to close. 1 more fold down to our push-up. Stand tall, telephone booth. Remember those, the doors that would swing? Yeah. Anyway, tuck your chin, roll yourself down. How bad telephone booth smelled. Anyway, rolling yourself forward.
I should always used to check them for quarters.
Walking yourself out to your push-up position. Once you're there, let's try to do 1 nice push-up. Go to your knees if needed. I want those hips to stay in line with your shoulders. Once you're done, press the floor away. Come back up, keeping those knees as straight as possible. And slowly unstacking, lifting up 1 at a time. Chins
I think I
last.
rushed that one a little bit in the back here. Nice.
And relax. Nice.
Great. Let's do 1 last time on that hip bar exercise. Just 1 circle around from front to back to front on both sides. And we'll just retouch on the positions for the push-up. If you have any questions, use that comment feature and let us know how your practice is going at home. Standing tall on that inside leg, externally rotating, inseam up as you reach a leg forward. From there, on the ground, reach out, draw as safe, big of a circle as you can on the floor, and from the side, the hip will internally rotate as you work that leg towards the back. Then, flex over toes, bring the leg underneath of the hip, repeat to the back with our hip extension, or leg to the back, then reach out to the side, tracing, growing the circle as allowed to the front, and then return underneath. Repeat on the other side. Switchy switch, get your situations right, and again, nice and tall to the front, externally rotate, taking that leg to the side. Then internally rotating on the hip, the inseam turns down, reaching the leg from the side to the back, and then over the toes, straight knees, flexing the hip forward. Next, extend the hip, keep contact with the floor, externally rotate out the back, straight knees, and then that external rotation to carry you forward, and then underneath. Wiggle it. In your push-ups position, at the top, somewhere very close to where that high plank has been. At the bottom, check in those positions of the elbows, anywhere between touching your rib cage or 45 or so degrees out to the side is appropriate. Avoid elbows that come up and the shoulder blades that move. We need the shoulder blades to be mobile, as in Lauren's warm-up with the Ferris wheels, but in our push-up, The shoulder blades are stability joints. So without further ado, let's fold to the floor one more time and do one push-up. Perhaps Lauren has a couple more in store for us. The chin high to start, and then pull it low and switch the positions with the crown. Chin towards sternum, flexing in that phone booth. Straight legs, but definitely that knee bend is allowed as well if we need.
I also remember how hot phone booths got on summer days.
From here, walk out to a high planks position. Check in with that hand position. You can play with it. It's yours. Check in, squeeze your butt, take a breath, single push up down, keeping those hips high, and then press to top. Walk those hands to feet, straight knees, or those modified bends. Stack up nice and slow and control. And wiggle that out again. Now we'll get to those squats, Lauren.
Excellent.
Those squats from parallel.
All right, parallel squats to start. That means our feet are underneath us and we're standing tall. In all of the following squats, our hips are going to remain underneath our shoulders, kind of like you're against a wall. For right now, knees press over toes. Hang out for a second, maybe do a little hula hip shake, and then drive down to stand up tall. Pull your kneecaps up, squeeze your butt, brace your core at the top. Repeat again. Knees press over toes, staying stacked. Drive down and away to tall, pulling yourself up in a straw. 2 more. Knees press over toes and up to tall. On this next one, we're going to go knees over toes. Press to tall, keep pressing and grow out of the frame into a toe balance for 4. 3, knees up, butt squeeze. 2, wait, stay. Could you move your head and hold your balance? Once you're back to center, nice straight knees as you slowly descend. Good. Shake that out. You have to do push-ups today.
Oh, I was trying to make Lauren the bad person here. Push-ups. What's your number for push-ups? We did single reps. Stick with your single reps and work on the positions of those hands, modify from the knees, or let's do 5 repetitions of our press today. Get to the floor today instead of the fold. You got it, Lauren, through that hinge. From there, we'll walk out to the high planks position, modify the hands as you need, take a breath in at the top, pull yourself low, and press. That's 1. Pull yourself low, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push yourself back. The knees will bend. Narrow feet, wide feet, up to you. And then extend those hips through with a wiggle. Start strong, finish stronger. Avoid failure on the push-ups. Moderate reps as needed.
Back to that parallel position, but then turning out to our first. So gently squeezing butts, going back to that external rotation in our hips where our inseams are trying to be as forward as possible for you. Again, shoulders over top of hips. Right now, don't move and just pull your legs together. And you should feel tension in your butt, but also tension in your groin or your adductors. Now keep pulling together, but your knees are going to bend and press over your toes. And then drive into the floor and away to stand up tall. Repeat, pull the floor together, knees press over toes. Drive down and away to get tall. 2 more, pulling together, staying stacked and tall. Pressing away, and you know what's going to happen after this one. Pull together, hang out for 1 second, then drive down and away, keep growing up, find your toe balance. Try to press those heels forward. Still show me the inseam. If you want that added challenge, look over a shoulder, back through center, look over a shoulder, back to center, and now with straight knees, slowly, slowly lower down. And shake it out. Push-up time.
Modify your numbers of reps, or can we keep it the same? The same is wonderful. So it's set up for 5 reps if that's for you. Hinge,
Yep.
tip, hands down, then that combination of walking hands and feet. Reps number 5, let's start with 1. Breath, pull, push, and yep, to the top. Are your butt cheeks squeezed? Is your core braced? Does it feel like you could do 1 more? If so, we should stop. Then walk yourself back, hinge position with vertical knees, push into the ground, extending those hips through. Space issues, even in our nice big studio here, we do run into some space issues. Check it out, make it up.
One more squat from parallel to turn out, to transfer weight to one leg, point, toe ball, heel, land. Again, don't go anywhere, but just pull the floor together underneath you. Whoo, adductors, then relax. Then re-pull the floor towards you and allow the knees to press over the toes. Again, shoulders over hips. Now drive down and out to stand up. Pull your kneecaps up, squeeze your butt, brace your core. Whew. Repeat it all again. Pull the floor together. Knees press over toes. Drive down and away to tall. 2 more. Pull together. Drive down and away to tall. And last time, pull together. Woo-hoo. Now, drive down and away. Keep pressing away from the floor and grow up to that balance. Hold, heels are forward, abs are braced, glutes are squeezed, knees are straight. Head maybe moves over one shoulder, through center, over the other shoulder, through center. Once you're back, 4-second descent, knees straight. 3, 2, 1, point, and close. Nice. To descend and to ascend with control in those balances is just as important as finding that balance up there. So take your time in those positions of movement.
In between, those spaces in between. Promise this is the last set of push-ups. Looking for consistency in our own rep schemes here. Let's go one last set of 5. Feet in a hinge position just outside of the shoulders. Hinge back, vertical shins, tip, walk accordingly. Set yourself up in your high plank. Squeeze your bum, brace your core, all those cues from the plank, play through, and a breath in for a push-up, and a press 1. And 2. Are those hips still high? Is your butt still squeezed? Is your core braced?
Woo.
Is that 5, Lauren?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll walk ourselves back, long spine, vertical shins, push down on the floor to stand up, and shake. To finish today's practice, two things. We have 2 things on the menu here. One, we have our développé holds. Hold. Feel that tension burn. And the other is more of that Shiko or sumo-inspired squat. Dealer's choice.
I'll take the
Which one?
holds.
The holds? Ooh.
I don't know if you can see me winking.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, find your balance aid. You'll
Balance
want
aid.
something to hold on to here. We're gonna do 2 rounds of this, right, Ian?
Like front and side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do our front first. We'll do a little squatty squat, and then we'll come back and do it to the side. Tall on your inside leg. Peel the outside foot off the floor. Heel, ball, toe point. Right now, just find big toe to ankle knuckle. Knee is in front. Place hand gently on your quad. Hand and level should not move. Slowly straighten at the knee. And hold that nice straight leg. As it's out here, think it's not reaching away from you. It's actually pulling into your hip socket. 3, 2, hands on quad, hand doesn't move, knee bends to return to toe knuckle, ankle knuckle. If you'd like, slide a little higher. Same idea, no height change as you slowly straighten the knee. And hold into its socket. 3, 2, gently bend to return to where you got it. We have 1 more. If you want higher, go ahead, but your hips must stay level. Ready? Extend. Hold. 4, 3, 2, bend, keeping the quad at the same height. Then press down through the floor to place your foot down. Nice. Extending that hip, squeezing the butt. Same thing, second side. Thank you.
There you go.
Tall on the inside leg. Hips are this bowl of punch. Punch should never be spilling out of your hips. Peel up off the floor, knees front. Big toe to ankle knuckle. Hand on quad. Don't change height. Straighten the knee. Toes are pointed. Kneecaps pulled up. Hip in socket. Bend the knee to return to where you got it. Slide it up if you'd like. Hand on leg. Slowly straighten. Hold. Your belt is still level. 3, 2, bend, return. One more, maybe up. Slowly straighten and hold for 4, 3, 2, bend, and then press that foot down, back extending your hip. I'll be back in a second. Until then. No, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. I just heard some footsteps and wondered if you need to check that door. 10, 15 seconds. Let's just pull ourselves into your safest, lowest campfire squat.
Oh.
Breathe. Keep your upper back extended, chin tuck, crown of head long, and just wiggle it out down here. Make up some rules. And spend 5 more seconds. Then get to that center position. Take a breath in. And on that core brace to tall. And wiggle. Not a lot of a break there. We'll hand it over to Lauren for one more time on that lateral leg lift.
I want to go back to my original side. All right, we did that to the front, so it's going to be the same idea, but now we're lifting our leg to the side. Really important is that, again, that belt line doesn't hike with you. Stand tall on inside leg. Peel the foot up off the floor, knee, hips pointing forward. This time, open to the side. From here, place your hand on your quad. Slowly straighten the knee and hold for 4, 3, inseams forward, 2. Keep the knee at the same height as you bend to center. Stay or slide up. Hand on leg, that proves that the quad doesn't dip as you straighten out that leg for 4, 3, 2, bend. We have one more. Maybe it's at that height. Maybe it's slightly higher. Hold, extend, go. 4, 3, 2, bend. Let's pull the knee to center and then press it down, extending the hip, straightening the leg, shaking it out. Whew. Second side. Tall again. Peel off the floor, then open, hips pressing forward. Now, hand on leg, keep that height, straighten, hold. 4, 3, 2, bend, return. Higher if possible. Hold, straighten. 4, 3, 2, bend back to center. One more time. Maybe up, straighten, hold for 4, 3, 2, bend. Pull that leg to center. Drive it down, extending the hip. You're welcome.
Ooh. Our ballet instructor, once upon a time, we should hold the bar like it's your friend. Very light grip. Felt like I had a little bit of a death grip on the bar there for today because that was a little bit of work, but it was still great. Got to maintain core strength and tension. Oh, delayed enough, right? Let's go one more time in that squat. What is your squat stance? That's a personal decision, but cues for everyone include feet slightly turned out, knees that are pulled out from those hips. You could use those elbows to coach that just a little bit, all the while keeping your crown long and spine extended. Take a breath in, core brace, stand up, add that wiggle, and we're done.
Think of me tomorrow when you feel, whew, those.
Thinking of you right now. Thank you very much for joining us here today at the Restore and Recharge practice. Play with our strength, stay strong together, and we'll do it again next week. Check the link lists delivered weekly to your inbox and sign up on the newsletter if you're not on that list quite yet. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Thank you very much for being here with us today. Tomorrow, we'll play with our strength and some crawls and handstands, and we'll restore again on Sunday. We have a busy weekend ahead with good weather, hopefully the same for you. Enjoy, take care, and we'll train soon.
Bye-bye. Thanks
Goodbye.
for coming.